Okay, my sister and her boyfriend told me a really scary story last night, and it's actually a true story, and it freaked me out so bad, and I couldn't wait to tell you guys, so just listen. So after they told me, I did some digging on YouTube, and I found a channel that had the story on it, and it was basically telling it from the guy's perspective that wrote it. And yeah, I'll just read it kind of like the same way that I heard it. And I will link the channel that I found it from below. Okay, I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't care if anyone judges me, but I like to go to the movie theaters alone. My work schedule is all over the place and I often don't work weeknights. So on a stormy Wednesday night, a night that not many other people would be thinking of driving to the movie theaters, I did just that. I always like avoiding crowds in anything that I do, that's just how I am. It was 2017 and I went to see some low-key movie that probably wasn't at the top of anyone's must-see movie list. I was the only one in the theater, just like I expected. I sat in the center seat of one of the higher up rows and I put my feet on the seats ahead of me. About 20 minutes into the movie, I noticed someone a few aisles down. I didn't notice them coming in. It was dark in the theater because the scene in the movie at the time was in a dark room. They weren't sitting in the seat like a normal person though. All I saw of them was the top half of their head peering over the seats in a direction that definitely wasn't towards the screen. It was still too dark to tell if they were looking directly at me or not. But when the movie changed to a brighter background, the whole scene got brighter. Bright enough to see that they were looking basically directly at me. But their face was pale and lifeless looking. And their hair looked messy and wiry. I couldn't even tell if it was a man or a woman. I'm an introvert or just a really awkward person, so I didn't really want to ask if anything was wrong. The screen got darker again, and the person behind the chair lowered down completely until I couldn't see them anymore. I couldn't concentrate on the movie now though because I was feeling very uncomfortable. Actually quite terrified. I didn't get up though, I stayed put in my seat. Many scenes in the movie pass, and I forgot about what happened. Almost. Just when I was getting back into the movie, the person's head appeared from behind the seat again. This time much closer, only like 3 rows of seats away from me. I actually let out a really loud yell because it made me jump, and now I could see more details and features in their face. They actually looked lifeless with their eyes motionless and hung open. But still, somehow I couldn't tell if they were looking directly at me or not. Now that I could see better, I noticed it was a man with really long, unkempt hair. I noped the F out of my seat and ran down to the exit. I had to pass the row in which the person was in to get to the exit door. As I passed the row, I looked down it. And while I expected to see the rest of the person's body sitting hunched behind the seats, what I saw was something you would see out of a nightmare. There was a guy basically laying on the floor, holding up a severed head perched on a stick. I'm running out of time, so come back for part 2 to hear the rest.